What's going on, YouTube? So I thought I'd take the time to make a quick video, real quick, about my two systems in my tank. I've made a lot of content on my channel in the past, but I don't think I've ever quite made a video on what to do after your tank has stabilized. So take for instance this tank here, which is my SPS tank. So this tank is almost 5 years old, or maybe right at 5 years old. I don't do any water changes in this tank. I don't do anything in this system at all but feed my coral, and I actually add alpha reef. I dose alpha reef to it, and I'm actually adding some aminos. Now I do have it on an automatic feeder, which I guess you can see right here for this system here. So I don't really do anything, and I do feed it frozen mysis every other day to the tank. I don't have a whole lot of fish in here, as you can see. I'm mostly all about the coral and not really about the fish, but I do have some fish in here that has a certain purpose. But other than that, as you can see, it's more so about the coral. Let me move this off of here so get a better view of this side. Out the way. All right, here we go. Yeah, so going back to what I said when I first started this video, I don't think nobody's ever quite made a video on what to do after your tank has stabilized. So the goal for most of us is to start our coral growing and to get our coral to grow, and you know, we want the most maximum amount of growth that we can get out of our coral. That's what most of us strive for, and we want a system that's fully stocked like this, not overstocked. Some people like the overstocked systems, but me, I just like the mid-sized colonies where everything is kind of spread out. And when I put this system together, that's pretty much how I did it. So I have gotten rid of a lot of coral that grows like weed in there. I had a green goblin anacropora on this side right here. I know you probably remember it from previous videos. But that thing just grows and grows and grows. And I have it over in my other system, which I'm going to show you in a minute, which is my mixed reef tank. But going back to what I was saying, so you have a system and you get everything going, right? And everything is stabilized, and you get to the point to where you don't have to do water changes anymore, such as myself. So what do? What's the plan for your reef tank? Like, what's your routine that you need to do on a day-to-day basis? I'm gonna answer that question real simple for you right now. Just enjoy it. That's all you gotta do is enjoy the tank. So once you get your system to where your system is kind of like mine, and everything is stabilized and everything is going on its own, all you have to do is sit back and enjoy it. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to start tinkering with everything. You don't have to start adding all kind of stuff. I have a reef mat on this tank. I have a protein skimmer. I have a UV sterilizer, and that's it. That's all I have. I'm not doing all kind of crazy stuff like, I don't know. I see a lot of different reef styles, but I don't have a lot of stuff hooked up on this system. It's fairly simple, and as you can see, I've been really successful with my coral growth. And you can see how the colonies have exploded, and if you look at some of my previous videos, you can definitely tell a change in a lot of the growth. If I can zoom in on some of them. Okay, there we go. And you can see the colors on these, and I hope the camera is catching these colors, because the colors that you're seeing is this is a real life color. This isn't the fake colors. What you're looking at right here is what I'm looking at when I'm looking at this tank right now, which is pretty neat. And I think that's partly because of the aminos that I add to this tank every day. I'm dosing, I think I'm dosing 10 milliliters of aminos each day for this tank. And I know somebody's gonna ask me what kind of aminos I'm using. So I'm using the, I'll tell you right now, Acro Power amino is what I'm using for this tank. And not just for this tank, I'm actually using that for my other system too, which I'm about to show you. So I think I done spent 5 minutes talking about this tank and what do you do once your tank is stabilized, like what's your routine that you should do. I just told you, just sit back and enjoy it. Just enjoy the beauty of these systems that we create. Just enjoy the beauty of these colors that we create within our homes and our living rooms. And that's the goal for most of us. I know that's what my goal was when I was setting my system up. I wanted to have a piece of the ocean inside of my home. And here we are 5 years later, and I have achieved that. And I'm satisfied and I'm comfortable. My coral that I have in here aren't coral that grows super duper fast. I've gotten rid of most of the coral that grows crazy fast in here, and that's the way I like it. I'm not trying to grow coral out of the water in my system because I'm not propagating coral to sell. I'm just growing coral to enjoy. And that's just my, that's my preference. But that's what you should do once you get your system stabilized. And this is a Red Sea Reefer 350 G2 fully SPS reef tank. And just enjoy. So now we're gonna go over to this other system I have here. So this is my mixed reef system. So I want you to pay attention to this one and you see the difference in these, and you can see how this one has actually improved and grown from the last time you've seen it. I haven't shown this tank in a while. So this tank has stabilized. Again, it is a mixed reef tank. I have different coral in here. I have soft coral, I have hard coral, LPS, but it's a mixed reef tank, right? And I don't have a whole lot of fish in here either. Just a few fish, just a few fish in here to do some jobs and keep everything stabilized. But I'm not really about the fish. I'm about the coral, as you can see. But what do you do with a system like this? And this system here is, let's see, that other one's 5 years old. I think this one is 4 years old. So what do you do with a reef system when it gets stabilized like this? The exact same thing. You do absolutely nothing. You do what I'm doing now, you look at it and you enjoy it. That's exactly what I'm doing with my system. Same thing with this tank. I don't do any water changes. Because why? Because my systems are stabilized, they are older. I don't need to get around in there and do anything. I don't need to mess with anything in the gravel. I don't need to mess with any of that stuff because all of that stuff is stabilized. So same thing with this one. I add Alpha Reef. I add Aqua Power. That's my setup down here for this one. I have a Trident on here to kind of keep everything balanced out. Not nothing too crazy. Simple, super simple setup. Aqua Power, Alpha Reef. Same thing with this one. Reef mat underneath, protein skimmer, UV sterilizer. That's it. I have there's no kind of crazy magic potion that I'm doing every day within my tanks. But I am staying on top of my husbandry. I am staying on top of my system. I do own now. The difference between now, my systems are different between somebody else because I own my own business. So I own my own business, so I have a home business, so I'm always here all the time. So I'm able to monitor my tanks whenever I want to, do whatever I want to do with my tanks whenever I feel, because I have that flexibility because I am a business owner. Some people may not have that flexibility, but that's okay. You can still have a normal routine because when I wasn't a business owner, I would do my stuff on the weekends, right? I'd have a certain day for that. But the same thing with this system, you do absolutely nothing once it gets stabilized. Now I love the coral on the back wall, just how it's growing in. You can look right there and see that. I hope the camera is getting the colors on here because these colors that you're looking at, this isn't fake. Like this is the actual color of my coral. I don't have no music playing. This is just natural beauty. And this is what we strive for. This is what I strive for. When I wanted to create a reef tank, I wanted this in my home, and I wanted a piece of the ocean in my home, and that's what I have. And I'm enjoying it, and I'm satisfied, and I'm happy. So I'm gonna just enjoy it. I'm not gonna be tinkering with everything. I'm not gonna be messing with my gravel and adding new stuff and this, that, and the third, because how I set my systems up, I set my systems up to where they don't overgrow themselves, for one, and then two, everything is just taking its time. And this, and I don't think I told everybody what kind of reef tank this is. So this is a Cade, I think it's a 1250. This is actually a Cade 1200 or 1250 frag tank that I purchased years ago because I wanted to just do frags and make sure I wanted to propagate frags from my SBS tank over to this tank. But long story short, I just ended up transitioning this to a mixed reef tank because it just started to be beautiful, and I just let it go. And I'm completely happy with this system. Completely happy with this system. All right, I wanted this to be a quick video. I think I'm right at 10 minutes. I didn't want it to be this long. But again, I'm gonna try to make more content. I am a busy guy. I have a lot of things going on with my business and also here at home. But when I get a chance to kind of show you like what I have going on with my systems and how the growth is going, and if there's any changes in them in the systems, anything like that, or I haven't. I mean, like I said, I've had to deal with crashes with other systems in the past, but not with this one because I know what's going on with it. And with both of these tanks, I'm so in tune with them. I can kind of just like look at them and I can almost just smell the water and I can tell if something's off in these tanks. If you've been in this hobby for as long as I have, and I think I've told you I've been doing this since 2010, you'll start to, if something's off in your tank, you can literally smell it in the water. Like you know what the water smells like when the system is stable and when it's not. I know that sounds weird, but us long-term hobbyists, you know what I'm talking about. Other than that, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Like and subscribe my channel, please. I know this isn't super formal or anything like that. I don't really like doing the formal videos. I like popping in and showing other reefers, how my tanks are coming along, so you can get some ideas on setting up some systems of your own as well. And if you have any questions, please reach out and let me know, and I'll be happy to answer any questions. But take care and happy reefing.